All right, this is Todd Elvig with STSPN, broadcasting live here in the Panther Den, Snohomish versus Mount Vernon tonight. I'd like to welcome to our table Coach Vic
Wolffis, yep.
There you go. Yeah, now it's going to get real interesting. So, a couple of big questions here. I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm saying this is probably a defining game tonight.
It is. You know, in our division, it looks like the rest of us are kind of fighting for that number 2 spot. So this is a key one. If we were able to win, we would have a tiebreaker in case of any kind of tie. If they win, they would still have to beat us in the head. Well, they still have to have a better record because we're split the regular season. But it's a big one.
Well, because the next 2 should be maybe, you never know about the other 2, but on paper it looks like that they should be doing all right. Arlington, I don't know, they're a machine.
Yep.
That'll be a pretty tough one.
Yep, great executing team.
Both of you guys mentioned
I think they pretty much got the number 1 slot locked up in our division. They're pretty good.
So you got anybody out tonight, and who are your starters?
Justin Morrison broke a thumb in the last game. And he's been playing quite a bit for us, number 23. We're starting Monroe, Walzer.
Let's see, who we got? Okay, Monroe,
Walzer, and Fry, and Witt, and Lake.
Perfect. So, quick question. How do you feel about this? Is just a little poll that we're doing with head coaches, because it seems like every year there's always a couple of teams that come out and they're really dominant. You know, we've got Jackson, which they lost to Lincoln, which is a little bit surprising, but they came out. You know, they went all the way to the championships last year. We've got Arlington. We've got several other teams that Stanwood that are just smoking hot. As a coach, how would you feel about having an open date where they could pick and choose a couple of teams, almost like a tournament, to bring in a couple of those teams so that they could take a shot at each other, even though it's not necessarily a league game or like a tournament, but something they could decide on the fly.
You mean have an open date so that as you kind of see who the cream of the crop is, you can fill it that way? Is that what you mean?
Exactly, and then, and also they could fill in teams that they don't necessarily have to be cream of the crop. They could have some alternate rivalries or a date where a team could establish itself against another team when they have kind of even records to give themselves a boost.
Yeah, kind of a novel idea. I don't really know what I think about it. I do know that's when I hear you describe it that way, that is kind of what the non-league schedule is for. Like I know when teams have a pretty loaded club, they try to load up their non-league games so that they compete with top-ranked teams. And when you're maybe not as strong or not as big, you try to schedule somewhat accordingly. You don't always have a lot of control over that because you schedule 2 years at a time.
Yeah.
2-year cycle, but kind of a novel idea.
Yeah, we just throw stuff out. Yeah. We've been doing a lot of stuff.
Interesting.
A lot of stuff with 1380 and HeraldNet this year, and we've been kind of throwing some ideas out. When you have a team that just is on fire, your boys, they look like they've been doing all right. You need to speak with a couple of the online places because they don't have half your games in there. You guys are sitting at, 8-8? I
don't know how they can't have it. It's on that West Coast side, pretty public.
Yeah, no. So, anyway, they...
we're 8-8.
Yeah.
We're 5-5, I think.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, good luck to you tonight. Anything you want to add to it?
No, I think it's gonna be a great game. Bowen does a great job. These kids will be ready.
Call Prem and tell her to get it on.
Yeah,
you can watch it from home.
Thanks.
Talk to you later.